Today, we're talking about calcium, this incredible mineral that keeps your skeleton strong and helps your body function like a well-oiled machine. Now, I know what you're thinking, oh, calcium? That's easy. Just drink more milk. Well, hold on to your glasses, because we're about to bust that calcium myth wide open. That's right, we're diving into 7 foods that contain more calcium than milk. Can you believe it? I couldn't either when I first found out. You see, as we get older, our bones need a bit more care. And while milk has been the poster child for calcium for decades, it's time we broaden our horizons. Whether you're lactose intolerant, vegan, or just looking to shake up your diet, I've got some surprising alternatives that will blow your mind and keep your bones strong. The calcium myth. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room, or should I say, the cow. For years, you've been told that milk is the be-all and end-all of calcium sources. But here's the scoop: while milk is indeed a good source of calcium, it's not the only player in the game, and it might not even be the best choice for everyone. You see, some of us, including me, don't handle dairy as well as we used to. Maybe it's lactose intolerance, maybe it's a dairy allergy, or maybe you've opted for a plant-based diet. Whatever the reason, relying solely on milk for your calcium needs just doesn't cut it anymore. But here's the real kicker: diversifying your calcium sources isn't just about accommodating dietary restrictions. It's about giving your body a broader spectrum of nutrients. Each food brings its own package of vitamins, minerals, and other goodies to the table. When you mix it up, you get not just calcium, but a whole array of health benefits. Isn't that exciting? Food 1: Sardines. Let's dive into our first calcium superstar, sardines. I know, you might be wrinkling your nose, but bear with me. These little fish pack quite the calcium punch. But wait, there's more. Sardines aren't just about calcium. They're rich in heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, which helps your body absorb calcium, and protein. It's like nature's multivitamin, all packed into a handy little fish. How to incorporate sardines? Now, I can almost hear you saying, but I don't like sardines. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Here are some easy ways to add these nutrient powerhouses to your diet. Mash them with some avocado and spread it on whole grain toast. It's like a fishy guacamole, trust me, it's delicious. Toss them into a Caesar salad for an extra protein boost. Mix them with pasta, olive oil, and lemon for a quick and easy Mediterranean-style meal. Here's a quick recipe idea: sardine and white bean salad. Just mix a can of drained sardines with a can of white beans, some chopped red onion, a squeeze of lemon, and a drizzle of olive oil. It's ready in minutes and perfect for a quick lunch. I know the taste and texture of sardines can be a bit strong for some people. If you're new to sardines, try the boneless and skinless varieties, they have a milder flavor. And remember, a little goes a long way. Start small and work your way up. Your bones will thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips like this one. Hit that button now so you don't miss out. Food 2: Kale. Next up, our next calcium champion, kale. Yes, this trendy superfood is more than just a fad. It's a calcium powerhouse hiding in plain sight in the produce aisle. Would you believe that a cup of cooked kale contains about 177 milligrams of calcium? That's more than half the calcium in a cup of milk. And kale brings so much more to the table. It's packed with vitamins A, C, and K, as well as powerful antioxidants that fight inflammation and protect your cells from damage. Tips for preparing kale. Now, I know kale has a reputation for being tough and bitter. But with a little know-how, you can make this nutrient powerhouse a delicious part of your meals. Here are some tips. Massage your kale. It might sound weird, but rubbing raw kale with a bit of olive oil and salt helps break down the tough fibers and mellow out the flavor. Try it in smoothies. A handful of kale in your morning smoothie adds a nutrient boost without overpowering the taste. Roast it in the oven with a little oil and seasoning for crispy kale chips, a healthy alternative to potato chips. Here's a simple recipe for a lemon Parmesan kale salad. Massage chopped kale with lemon juice and a bit of olive oil. Let it sit for about 10 minutes, then mix it with grated Parmesan cheese, sliced almonds, and a pinch of salt and pepper. It's easy, delicious, and oh so good for your bones. I know you might be thinking, but I don't like the taste of kale. If that's you, start by mixing a little kale into dishes you already enjoy. Add some to your favorite soup or stir fry. Before you know it, you might find yourself craving this calcium-rich green. Food 3, almonds. Moving on to our next calcium-rich food, almonds. These little nuts aren't just a convenient snack, they're a calcium goldmine. Here's a nutty fact for you: a quarter cup of almonds, about a handful, contains around 97 milligrams of calcium. That might not sound like much compared to milk, but remember we're talking about a small handful of nuts. Gram for gram, almonds actually contain more calcium than milk. But calcium isn't the only trick almonds have up their sleeve. They're also rich in vitamin E, which is great for your skin and eyes, and they contain healthy fats that can help lower your cholesterol. Plus, they're a good source of protein and fiber, keeping you feeling full and satisfied. Creative ways to eat almonds. Now, I know you might be thinking, almonds are boring. But trust me, there are so many fun ways to incorporate these calcium-rich nuts into your diet. Whole almonds make a great snack, but you can also try roasting them with different spices for variety. Sliced almonds are perfect for adding crunch to your salads or yogurt. Almond butter is a delicious spread for toast or apple slices. Here's a quick and easy recipe idea: almond energy balls. Mix almond butter with rolled oats, a little honey, and some mini dark chocolate chips. Roll into balls and store in the fridge. They're perfect for a quick, calcium-rich snack on the go. Remember, while almonds are incredibly nutritious, they are also calorie-dense. A small handful, about 23 almonds, is considered a serving. But don't let that deter you. These nutrient-packed nuts are a great addition to a balanced diet. Food 4, tofu. Let's talk about our next calcium superstar, tofu. I know, tofu doesn't always have the best reputation, but hear me out. This versatile food is a calcium powerhouse that deserves a spot in your diet. Here's a tofu tidbit that might surprise you: half a cup of firm tofu, prepared with calcium sulfate, contains about 253 milligrams of calcium. That's almost as much as a cup of milk. And unlike milk, tofu is naturally lactose-free, making it a great option for those of you who are lactose intolerant. Tofu is made from soybeans, and it's not just about calcium. It's a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs. It's also low in calories and contains iron, which is especially important for women. Cooking with tofu. Now, I can almost hear you saying, but tofu is bland and boring. Well, let me tell you, you're wrong. Tofu is like a blank canvas, it soaks up any flavors you cook it with. Here are some tips to make tofu delicious. Press your tofu before cooking to remove excess water. This helps it absorb more flavor and gives it a better texture. Marinate it. Tofu absorbs flavors like a sponge. Try a marinade of soy sauce and ginger for an Asian-inspired dish. Get crispy tofu by coating it with cornstarch before frying or baking. Here's an easy recipe to get you started: crispy baked tofu. Cut firm tofu into cubes, toss with a bit of oil and cornstarch, and bake at 400 F for about 25-30 minutes, flipping halfway through. Serve with your favorite dipping sauce. It's crispy on the outside, creamy on the inside, and full of calcium. I know there are a lot of misconceptions about tofu. Some people think it's just for vegetarians or that it messes with your hormones. But the truth is, tofu is a nutritious food that can be part of any balanced diet. And moderate consumption of soy products like tofu has been shown to be safe and even beneficial for most people. Food 5, bok choy. Next up, our fifth calcium-rich food, bok choy. This Chinese cabbage might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of calcium, but it's truly a hidden gem in the veggie aisle. Here's a little secret: a cup of cooked bok choy contains about 160 milligrams of calcium. That's more than half the calcium in a cup of milk. But bok choy doesn't stop there. It's also high in vitamins A and C, and it's a good source of folate and vitamin 6. Cooking with bok choy. If you're new to bok choy, don't be intimidated. Here are some easy ways to incorporate it into your meals. Chop it up and add it to your stir fries in the last few minutes of cooking. Use the crunchy stalks as a healthy scoop for your favorite hummus or dip. Grill halved bok choy for a unique side dish. Here's a quick recipe for you: garlic bok choy. Heat some oil in a pan, add chopped garlic and toss in chopped bok choy. Stir fry for a few minutes until the leaves are wilted and the stalks are crisp tender. Finish with a splash of soy sauce. It's a simple, delicious way to get your calcium. Food 6, figs. Our sixth calcium-rich food might surprise you: figs. These sweet, chewy fruits aren't just delicious, they're also packed with calcium. Here's a fun fact for you: just half a cup of dried figs contains about 121 milligrams of calcium. That's about 10% of your daily needs. Figs are also high in fiber, which is great for your digestion, and potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure. What I love about figs is their versatility. You can enjoy them fresh when they're in season or dried year-round. They're great as a natural sweetener in baking or as a delicious addition to your cheese board. Enjoying figs. Here are some fun ways to enjoy more figs. Add chopped dried figs to your morning oatmeal or yogurt. Use fig jam as a spread on your toast or in sandwiches. Stuff fresh figs with goat cheese and drizzle with honey for a fancy appetizer. Try this simple recipe: fig and walnut salad. Toss greens with sliced fresh figs, chopped walnuts, and crumbled blue cheese. Drizzle with a balsamic vinaigrette. It's a perfect balance of sweet, savory, and tangy, and it's full of calcium. Food 7, tahini. Last but not least, let's talk about tahini. This sesame seed paste might not yet be a pantry staple for you, but after hearing about its calcium content, it might just become one. Here's a sesame secret: just 2 tablespoons of tahini contain about 128 milligrams of calcium. That's impressive for such a small amount. Tahini is also rich in healthy fats, protein, and other minerals like iron and magnesium. What I love about tahini is its creamy texture and nutty flavor. It's a key ingredient in hummus, but it can be used in so many other ways. Using tahini. Here are some creative ways to use tahini. Use it as a base for salad dressings. Spread it on toast and top with sliced bananas and a drizzle of honey. Add it to your smoothies for a boost of calcium and healthy fats. Here's a quick recipe: lemon garlic tahini sauce. Mix tahini with lemon juice, minced garlic, a bit of water, and salt to taste. It's perfect as a dip for veggies or as a sauce for roasted meats or veggies. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.